suffer even after the government promised to relocate them to safer areas. Well, many complain that their children are missing out on education, food, and even clothing. The situation is evident in areas like Tana River. In counties like Murang'a, some flood victims have been forced to leave schools as the situation has disrupted educational activities.
The aftermath of heavy rainfall in the country has left a trail of devastation and despair for many families across the country. Despite the passing of 1 month since the rain subsidized, the situation remains miserable for those affected by floods. For example, in Maire area of Kangana location in Kigumo, Murang'a County, 22 families taking refuge at Maire Primary School are enduring dire conditions, sleeping on the floor and struggling to find food after their crops were washed away by landslides. And now, the chairperson of the Board of Management of the school is urging for their relocation to safer areas as their presence had disputed the learning process for school-going children.
Saidia kwa sababu hakuna mimi wa kupeleka hii watoto na watoto wadogo. Familia yangu ni 9 na watoto na hiyo ni watoto wa mimi.
Hawa mashamba ilikatika yote. Juu hawatarudi huko. Hata wao tutafutiwe hata makao sababu hatuna chakula na hatuna kwa kulima na chakula yetu ilienda.
A similar situation is evident in Tana River County, where flood victims have been turned into refugees, moving from one place to another in search of shelter. Their plight has driven them to protest at the county government offices, citing lack of food, shelter, and access to education for their children.
Ndio tumekuja kwa county, tumekuja kwa sub county office kwa DC ndio tupate mwelekeo hii watu ambayo wameathirika waende kule KBC.
Watupeleke sehemu salama. Watoto wetu wamekosa kusoma. Watoto wetu wanakosa elimu. Wanawake wetu wanateseka kwa kuchota maji, kwenda kuvunja kuni sehemu mbali. Kwa kuchota maji sehemu mbali, watoto wadogo wanahangaika kwa baridi.
In Kisumu County, swampy areas remain flooded, posing a risk of collapsing residential houses, with residents now being compelled to seek alternative shelter in Nduru Village, Nando constituency.
Sababu vyoo vimejaa maji na hizo maji zimechanganyika na uchafu zenye watu zinatoka kwa binadamu. Kwa mfano utapata usaidizi maji safi hatuna.
Meanwhile, in Nairobi County, ongoing demolitions have left residents displaced, with accusations directed at the national government for failing to provide adequate relocation options.
But that there is a way to do certain things and we have not followed etiquette ways of doing things. I mean, if we were supposed to actually budget well, we would then be able to put in structures that would make sure that we have a humane face when we're dealing with the citizens.
A meeting is scheduled tomorrow for those whose houses were demolished to discuss a way forward. Paul Kirobi, TV 47.